What do I have to say that hasn't been said already? Yeah, I wanted to make this a live stream because, then I could see people's like reactions to it, see their comments or say anything about that while I'm doing the thing. But then I realized, nah, no one's gonna watch the video, so I'm just gonna make it into a premiere so that people can get interested in it and actually uploads to my actual videos and people can watch it. Yeah, this is probably the point where like I'm not gonna do live streams anymore. Yeah, this whole subsection is about why I'm not doing live streams anymore. Yeah, people seem to not watch my live streams anymore, which is originally I was gonna make, I'm gonna live stream every single weekend, or just one weekend. But then I didn't do it, and now and yeah, I got tired of doing that, and then I just started live streaming sometimes, and then everybody's saying, "Oh, make this video," and then when I make the video until live stream, no one watches it. Like how everybody's saying, "Showcase your Lego sets," and then I did it in a live stream. No one watched it, and then I made a video saying, "Oh, it's here, but it's in a live stream," and then no one watched it. No one paid attention to it. They watched the video about me saying it's in a live stream. No one watched. Everybody watched the video about me saying that it's in a live stream, but no one paid attention. So yeah, I'm never gonna do a live stream anymore. Never gets me any views, and I just feel lonely. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any more live streams anymore. It's kind of like a waste of time for me and of everybody else's time. And then everybody's gonna say, "Oh, wait, where are the videos? Where are the new videos?" And then they have to go to another tab, and they're gonna get annoyed. So yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah, let's go to movies now. Let's go to movies and TV shows now. All right. Iron Man 1. Yeah, let's say after Endgame, suddenly everybody says that Iron Man is like the best MCU movie, But before Endgame came out, they said it was just a good movie, but then after Endgame came out and Iron Man died, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Iron Man, I said it was the best MCU movie of all time." Definitely said that before Endgame, when it was not true. Listen, just because Endgame came out, just because Iron Man died, doesn't make Iron Man better. I'm still gonna stick with this opinion. I cannot give Iron Man anything higher than a B. The villain is not good. Tony Stark, he does get it. It is a good example of like the hero's journey, where it's like the hero, where the hero leaves the normal world, blah blah blah, all that. Yeah, Pepper Potts is like useless in the second act. Obadiah Stane has the goofiest name of all time, and it's just a meh villain, really forgettable. The guy who plays Rhodey is actually pretty good. I'm like, I mean, if Don Cheadle wasn't gonna be in it, if Don I don't care if Don like if he was if like that same person was still in the future MCU movies, I actually wouldn't care. Yeah, the CGI in this film is still great. The reason why it's at B is because the movie is kind of long and I do get bored at some scenes. And the villain is like pretty forgettable, and Pepper Potts is just like pretty like useless in like the second half of the film. So yeah, I'm putting it at B. Or else I'm gonna be like every single person say, "Oh, it's a masterpiece," Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it at B. I'm gonna stick with that opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that opinion that it's a B. All right. I mean, I'm not saying the film is bad. Just because they didn't put it at S doesn't mean it's not a masterpiece. I like the film, but I just not gonna rate it at S. And you're like, "Oh, but it started the MCU." Well, the Amazing Spider-Man started the whole Andrew Garfield saga. Nobody liked it, and then No Way Home came out, and everybody says it's a good film. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep it at B. It's a good enough film. Incredible Hulk. So yeah, only good things I like about this film was the action, and that's it. Nothing else. I'm gonna put it at a D. It has great action, but like the characters, they did not look like they were having a fun time. And the CGI is pretty good here, and it is kind of confusing because Universal, distributed this film, but Paramount distributed this, and it was kind of confusing. Iron Man 2, yeah, the one with Elon Musk. I mean, people say that it's like one of the worst MCU films, and I can agree with them, but in my opinion, it's just a C. Me and my sister, we both agree that this movie is bad. It's not great, but at least it's watchable. Like it does have Elon Musk, but I do love Sam Rockwell as like the bratty, I can do better man, jealous of Tony Stark. I like him, and I do love the scene where like Tony makes fun of him in the U.S. Council, and the scenes with him and Rhodey in the Iron Man suits are pretty fun. Although the one thing that I do not like about this film is Tony pissing in his suit. So yeah, thank you, Marvel. All right, Thor. Thor is a pretty underrated movie. I'm gonna say it's a B tier, not better than Iron Man, but still. All right, Captain America: The First Avenger. I'm gonna put it at B. It's better than Thor. Yeah, I really love Captain America: The First Avenger. A lot of people say it's not it's like C tier, but like I don't know. It's just, yeah, I love this film. I love this film. The reason why it's not an A is because like the first half of the film is your typical coming of age story. You know, scrawny kid turns into that, and Red Skull is just like basically make Red Skull another villain and nothing would change. He's make the character what's his name, Arnim Zola or something, I don't know. Like Red Skull is just like a kind of like he's not a forgettable villain. It's just that replace him with anyone else and the story wouldn't change. But I also do like some World War II history in there. So yeah, kids, the more you know. All right, The Avengers. I'm gonna put this in A for Avengers, not an S tier, because I do remember I was almost like dozing off to some scenes, and also I really do like this is like the first MCU film to be presented in a full screen format. Seriously, am I the only one who like notices that? Like every single time I see these MCU films, they're like in widescreen format. But like whenever I see this, it's all in it's all on full screen. So yeah, A, not S, because there are some scenes that do drag on, like that scene where like Loki has to like trick Thor, and like that, and yeah, Thor versus Hulk didn't surprise me, but it was pretty fun to see. All right, Iron Man 3. I'm gonna put this at C. People say it's really great, but in my opinion, it's just okay. Like C is for the okay films. Hold on, let me just do. All right. And then finally, yeah, there we go. This is the official tier list now. Masterpieces, big boys, really great, alright, mid, terrible, and who watches this? And speaking of who watches this, Thor: The Dark World, forgettable film, does nothing, villain is like, I forgot who the villain was, and I saw this like 2 days ago. Literally, who was the villain? All right, Winter Soldier. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, this film is really great. I'm gonna put it next to Avengers. Reason why it's not a masterpiece is because the action is my biggest. Like for a movie jam packed with a lot of action, it does do the thing where like it cuts every single second. Like before somebody lands a punch, it like cuts to the like person who's being punched. And yeah, it is kind of annoying, like Michael Bay kind of action for the camp. But still, pretty great. This is a pretty great film. Guardians of the Galaxy. Ah, man, the villain in this movie may not be great, but James Gunn does know how to make a comic book movie. Masterpieces. This is the first masterpiece of the day, folks. This is a film that I watch every single time and not get bored. Like Guardians of the Galaxy might be like the most distinct Marvel movies I've ever seen. Like you see the rest of these Marvel films and they're also gritty and serious, but then you watch this film and you're like, I feel like I haven't watched, like, this isn't an MCU film. This is like a project. This feels like a project, like a fan project. Like James Gunn, like hats off to you, one legend to another. Avengers: Age of Ultron. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one as really great. I'm gonna put this like above Thor is really great. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, this movie is so bad, one of the worst. In my opinion, nah. The reason why is because there's a lot of funny stuff. Yeah, the only reasons why it's not in Big Boy is like a masterpiece is because there can't be too many plot points, and like the scenes with like Bruce Banner and Natasha are like really awkward. Like whenever the Ultron Mark One like dangles around in the Avengers living room, and then he like jumps over the bar table and his face lands on Natasha's. It was pretty awkward, but the movie's not terrible. I swear, like it's really great. The action's really great. The set pieces are amazing. Yeah, it's a really great film. Really fun. Ant-Man. All right, Ant-Man. I'll put this in the really great. I'm gonna say it's better than Captain America. This film is just really fun. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like it's like you could tell that like this like distinguish this from any other film. Like you're not here for big major plot points. You're just here to watch Ant-Man, kick ass. And the movie's really amazing. Paul Rudd is so charismatic and really sells the role here. Michael Peña's character is amazing. Yeah, it's just a great movie. It's just a great movie. Captain America Civil War. Oh man, this is going into masterpieces. Big improvement over Winter Soldier, and I really love how it's not a movie where they just put hero versus hero for the sake of money. They actually put it here because they took films. Captain America, he saw the corruption of government in Winter Soldier. Tony, wants the government to control him because he knows how reckless he can be. It actually shows reasons why they're fighting, and they don't just pit a hero against another hero just for the sake of money. Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman. Yeah, really great film. Really great film. I love it. Doctor Strange. Oh, this is going into big boys. Better than Avengers, in my opinion. Yeah, I really, really love Doctor Strange. It's visually amazing. My only problem with the film is that it does go on the comedic route of like serious moments. Like there's a scene where like Doctor Strange finally becomes a man he is and tries to defeat Dormammu, and then the cape just like takes away a tear and it like ruins the scene. And Dormammu is like a pretty forgettable villain, but still the movie's pretty great, visually appealing, great action scenes, and it's directed by a dude who has made one of the scariest films I've ever seen. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that Volume 2 is like a big downgrade like of the first film, but in my opinion, it's a better film. Like it is a way better film than the first one. It is more rewatchable. Like after every single time I finish Volume 2, I want to watch it again, but when I watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume like the first one, I'm not gonna rewatch it until 2 days and then see this movie again. There is some time that I want to rewatch it, but for Volume 2, I can just rewatch this movie a billion times and still have a lot of fun. This film is an emotional roller coaster, and yeah, these two films really James Gunn really does know how to write emotion for these films. It makes you actually care for them. Yeah, it's just amazing. Cinema. These two movies are amazing. Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, going on the big boys here. I really love Michael Keaton. He really sells it as the Vulture. Spider-Man, this is a what-if situation for Spider-Man. Not for his persona, but on some scenes. For example, the bathroom scene. What happens if a kid actually, got into their conversation. And I really love, even though this quote has been memed to death of if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it. I really like that quote because it's not the suit that makes a Spider-Man, it's a Spider-Man that makes a Spider-Man. I really love this movie, and I love the post-credit scene where Captain America's "Hi, we're gonna talk about patience, especially during times where you waited something for so long and then it becomes disappointment." Captain America is just a big troll in this film. I really love it. Yeah, some people say that they have some problems with the final act where Peter and Vulture fight each other on the beach. And yeah, I can see their problems why, but still, I love Spider-Man Homecoming. It's an amazing film. Thor Ragnarok. Yeah. My dad loves this film. He absolutely adores this film. Every single time when we want to watch an MCU movie, he always picks Thor Ragnarok. He loves the film. He loves the comedy. He also the movie's just a splash of color. I mean, just look at the first Thor poster and the second one. It's all blue and dark, but then you look at Thor Ragnarok and it's just explosion of colors, and it's just amazing. All right, Black Panther. I'm just gonna put Black Panther in really great. Better than Thor, better than Age of Ultron, better than, I'm just gonna say better than, like, just, yeah. Reason why is because some of the comedy in here doesn't work. Like, they did a "what are those" joke in 2018, and that made me roll my eyes. Like, Ryan Coogler, like, I've seen him do good comedy in Creed 1, but like in here, he just doesn't nail comedy for this film. Also, the CGI here is pretty bad. But still, the movie's great. Killmonger is like one of the best MCU villains. Like, really. I love this. I love Michael B. Jordan as this dude. Really amazing. Comedy's not good. CGI may not be great, but Killmonger makes an absolute, like, kills it as Killmonger here. You know, Chadwick Boseman absolutely sells it here. I believed he was Black Panther in the entire film. Like, he really makes the character. Oh, oh, yeah, we all know where this is going. Oh my goodness, yeah, Infinity War. The reason why, I'm just gonna say this, the reason why Infinity War is way more rewatchable than Endgame is because in Infinity War, it gets better and better the more you watch it, because you can like see some details you didn't watch the first time, and also Endgame, just nothing beats the first reaction when you see this film. Nothing. Like there are a lot of people saying that they wish they could see this movie for the first time, and that's why Avengers Infinity War is better, because it's a rewatchable film, and it just gets better and better the more you watch it, instead of getting like worse and worse the more you watch it. Like Endgame, I'm not saying Endgame gets worse as you watch it, but like nothing can compare to the first time you watch Endgame. But with Infinity War, it doesn't matter. The first time you watched it was exhilarating, but the more you watch it, it's energetic. All right, Endgame. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Endgame. It's a really great conclusion, but I'm just gonna say this. It just in Big Boys. It's over here. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not one of the masterpieces because, you know, they make Fat Thor in this film because, yeah, who cares about exploring dark things with Thor when they could just make him fat, you know? All right, Far From Home. I'm just gonna put this in really great, better than Thor, better than all these films in my opinion. But like the reason why I'm putting it in really great is because there's a scene in the film where like Nick Fury sends an agent to tell Peter to take his clothes off, and it's really awkward. And imagine if the roles were swapped and the man tells like Spider-Woman to take off her clothes. Yeah, that would be really uncomfortable. And Tony Stark left some world-ending glasses to a 15-year-old. Really? Like that's yeah. And also, Mysterio's pretty cool, and I do like the reveal that it was the Skrulls and I really like that it wasn't Nick Fury that was in Earth, and it was a Skrull. I thought it was pretty funny. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh my goodness, yeah. Who watches this? Who watches this film? No one watched it. Absolutely no one. Yeah, Captain Marvel. I could have seen. Yeah, it's better than these two films. Like the action's pretty great. And like there are some scenes with the comedy that I do have some problems with. I really like the plot twist of the Skrulls not being the villains, but it was pretty predictable. Brie Larson is not bad in this film, but like everybody seems to hate her, and like the writing in this film is pretty terrible in my opinion. Yeah, it's gonna be terrible, but it's better than these two films at least. WandaVision. I was engaged with this show. Whenever I first watched it, I was really like enticed with this film. First 5 episodes, I was instantly hooked. But then in the next 3 episodes were just so disappointing. I'm gonna put this in alright. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, again, really hooked me up, but then it got bad. But I will watch Incredible Hulk over this show. Ugh. Loki. Finally a good show. A show where it doesn't take me 5 episodes to hook me on it, and then it gets worse. This is a really great show overall. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one in. Yeah, really, I'm just gonna put this one in. All right, I'm gonna put this one in. I'll put it right here, and I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one right here. Yeah, really great, but not better than these films. Black Widow. CGI is terrible. It is pretty confusing. Like, this takes place after Civil War. So yeah, for those of you saying, wait, she got back from the dead? No, she didn't. It's just that, you know, Yeah, this takes place after Civil War, and I'm like, wait, why didn't you just release this after Civil War then? Yeah, it is pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's pretty mid. What if? Oh my goodness! Like the only good episode from this was like the first half of the zombies episode was really fun in my opinion. I thought this like the reveal where like Vision fed this power crazy Wanda some human bodies was pretty like hilarious. And the Doctor Strange episode was really fun and really great. And the one where Killmonger teams up with Tony Stark didn't have an actual ending. It just ended with a my throat's really parched. Anyway, it just ended with a little girl and Pepper Potts teaming up. But like, where's the ending? Like, all it does is just open a plot line that doesn't get resolved. Like, where's the rest of the plot line? Terrible. I hate it. Shang-Chi. I'm gonna say it's alright. The action does get worse. Like first you get a great bus fight scene, and then the action just gets worse and worse. And I originally was gonna put it in really great, but then the Trevor reveal of the Iron Man 3 gets retconned. And I didn't have a problem with Trevor being revealed he was a Mandarin in this one, but they do retcon it in Shang-Chi. And they have like a dragon fight in this film. So yeah, Shang-Chi is alright. It's alright. Eternals, easily forgettable. Hawkeye, yeah, mid. I mean, terrible. Put it there. No Way Home, pretty great fan service. This is how you do good fan service. This is a film where yes, fan service can carry the film, but at least it does have an amazing story. I love this film. I grew up with every single Spider-Man. I was alive in this earth when the 3 Spider-Man came out. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like what? Like this is like I'm not doing this, but like this is good because the writing, the cinematography. No, I'm doing it because which ones I love personally. This is my personal list. I'm not doing it like a freaking film snuff. I'm doing this list based off my heart and love for the MCU. And Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel hero. And this film really is what I wanted from a Spider-Man film. It's my favorite Spider-Man film of all time, next to Across the Spider-Verse. But the reason why this gets top billing is because I absolutely love the Tobey films. Like the nostalgia hit me. I'm sorry to say that. I sound like a wuss, but still, nothing beats watching this film and having a smile on my face. Moon Knight. First 2 episodes, amazing. Then it got bad. Terrible. Multiverse of Madness. Oh my goodness, yeah. A lot of people saying that this film, is like one of the worst, like one of the mid MCU films. In my opinion, it's pretty great. I'm gonna say it's better than Ant-Man, but not better than Iron Man. Like Sam Raimi, like I could tell that it was Sam Raimi directing this film, but at some points I did feel like it was like some executives at the MCU controlling the film at some points. I loved that this film had like gore in it, and it actually did push some PG-13 boundaries instead of being a wuss and hiding behind the guidelines. I love this film for using gore. I love Evil Dead. I love Sam Raimi. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it doesn't get big boys because it does have some plot lines in it. And John Krasinski is not Mr. Fantastic in it. And I was really excited for it. But then they kill him off. And then friggin' Mr. Fantastic is like, hey, Wanda, guess what? Black Boy, he could kill you with a whisper from his mouth. And like, oh my goodness, man. I hate it. But it's not terrible. I swear. I love this film. Miss Marvel. I was really confused with this because I started loving the show. And then suddenly I was like, okay, if you're not Pakistani and if you're not Muslim, then you don't like this film. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is like a problem with like diversity. They just go on and say, hey, this is Kamala Khan. She's Pakistani and Muslim. So like her instantly just because she's relatable. No, that is not how you do diversity, man. I'm going to put it in mid. Honestly, pretty mid. Thor: Love and Thunder. Whenever we watched this, my dad was so disappointed with this film. Christian Bale was pretty great in his role, but like there was so much comedy in this film. Like I knew Taika Waititi could do something, like can do better, but he didn't. He even did this on purpose. Like he said in an interview, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's terrible," and then he starts laughing. Like he knew this was terrible. And also, I remember like when we first watched this, my dad said that this was like the worst MCU film he's ever seen. I'm not joking. This is coming from my dad, who loves watching these films. He's seen all of these films, and he said this is like the worst one. My dad hates this film. Whenever we try to watch it a second time, he was like, nah, take that off, now, take it off. He does not love this film at all. Putting it here. Okay, I'm putting it right here. What's next? Oh, yeah. Werewolf by Night. A really great Marvel special presentation. Michael Giacchino really nails like the aspect of the old Universal horror films that were in black and white. I love, yeah, and I also love the Man Thing finally being introduced to MCU. Finally, I'm gonna say this is better than Endgame, in my opinion. This is way better than Endgame, and I really love it. All right, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I'm just gonna say it's all right. It's all right. The reason why is because, this film really had some tough, a tough route because because Ryan Coogler, the pandemic, some rewrites, and then Chadwick Boseman died, and yeah, it was pretty sad. I remember like gasping in shock that Chadwick Boseman died. Yeah, pretty original of someone to say, but then why give it to Shuri? Like I know she's T'Challa's sister, but like still, she's like, you could have given it to M'Baku, you could have given it to Okoye, but instead you give it to Shuri just because she's his sister. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but like if someone could tell me a good reason why it should be Shuri and not M'Baku and Okoye, I'll give you a round of applause and you'll be the pinned comment. I'll assure you. But yeah, overall it's all right. I love Namor, and it was like a battle between Afro Americans versus Mexicans. Really rooting for the Mexican side, but it turns out it was a draw. So yeah, pretty great film. It's a pretty great film, but not really great. It's all right. Quantumania. This film is so overhated. Like, I don't like the film, but like there are some extents where I'm like, dude, chill. Like, it's not good, but it's not that bad. Like, there are people saying, thanks to Quantumania, I hate films, or like Quantumania like is one of the worst MCU films of all time. Worse than that. Quantumania made me want to kill my children. Like, bro, calm down. It's just one bad film. Like, chill. But the movie is pretty mid. I mean, Kang the Conqueror was so weak in this film. Jonathan Majors' performance was great, but like Kang the Conqueror was so bad. Like, he is the most powerful Kang in existence, but he couldn't like combat some friggin' ants. Are you kidding me? Also, like Bill Murray, I thought he was gonna make like an amazing cameo in this film, but all he does is like say stuff like, "Oh yeah, me and Michelle Pfeiffer's character like did a bunch of sexy time together." Yeah, I really didn't like it. The Guardians Galaxy Volume 3. I love this film. This is like an amazing film. I remember seeing it in cinemas. My heart shattered, and my heart shattered a billion times over, and it regrew, and all the pieces recombined after the ending. My God, this is like one of the best. Like, this is probably the best film I've ever seen in 2023. Like, next to Across the Spider-Verse, I really like this movie. Actually gets me emotionally. The scenes with Rocket are devastating, and the scenes where like Peter tries to make Gamora fall for him again do seem kind of cliche, but it is a pretty great character development for Quill. I love Nebula in this film. She actually does get some good bits in this. The first F-bomb in an MCU film like doesn't get it for something serious. It just does it for a joke, and I really love that. I love the scene where like Kraglin is trying to use the arrow, and then Yondu is like use the heart, boy, and then we see him briefly. It just made my sister tear up. Like the scene, like the last scene of the film, it was so amazing. This is like one of the most emotionally enticing films of this year. James Gunn, and I love how James Gunn didn't kill off any of the characters, nor was he like, oh yeah, this is like my last film in the MCU, so I'm just gonna make this not good. But no, he put his heart and soul into this. I genuinely love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It is really great. What can I say that hasn't been said? It's just one of the best films in the MCU right now. And the Guardians Holiday Special. I'm gonna put this in the big boys. Amazing, amazing film. Amazing special. Alright, so yeah. I already did all the MCU projects that I watched. Didn't leave anything. Yeah, didn't leave anything out here. Yeah, Yeah, everything seems to be in order. I definitely did not leave anything out. Yeah. Didn't leave anything missing. Yeah. Eternals is like easily like the most forgettable one. Ant-Man and the Wasp villain is forgettable. Nothing in here like works. Thor Dark World is forgettable. Thor Love and Thunder, try to lean way too much comedy. But yeah, these are like this is my list of the MCU. You have some problems? Deal with it. This is basically my favorite films. Civil War is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th like favorite film of the MCU. Thor Ragnarok is my 6th. No Way Home is my 5th. Guardians is 4th. Guardians 3 is number 3. Guardians 2 is number 2. And Infinity War is number 1. Original opinion, I know. So yeah, this is my MCU ranking. Like throughout the years, I love the MCU. No doubt about that. But after watching Guardians 3, I just have to move on, you know? I said in my video about my Guardians of the Galaxy 3 review that it, like this does feel like I have to move on with my life and stop anticipating for MCU projects. I am really excited for Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, but really, this is like a time to move on with my life. You know, stop expecting something that even though I know it's gonna be bad. These films really, you know, touch me. Not just as a comic book fan, but just like a fan of movies in general. I don't care what any fancy Martin Scorsese says about, you know, not being cinema or not good films. Like every film is not good, but still like I don't care what anyone says about these. They make fun of me for liking these films. They can make fun of me. But at the end of the day, I will defend these films no matter what. These only the good aspects of it. Only like from I to above. I really love I to above. The rest of these are just not good. But I do have faith in the MCU. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry that sounded bad, but like, yeah. I have faith for the MCU that they can change. And I hope they do. Because if they don't, they're gonna die. So yeah. I love these films. I didn't leave anything out. Yeah. So I love these films. They're really great. And no matter what anyone says, I love them. Oh yeah, see you next time. Bye.